Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm joined by Daddy Blessing himself. Today he's going to answer a few questions and I'm so excited. So introduce yourself, Daddy.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. My name is Daddy Blessing. I'm a content creator, a creative director, a writer. Yeah. Sometimes I do some little bit of politics here and there. But basically, I'm a content creator. That is what I pursue.
Okay, so I've met you in the industry of content creation and mostly on TikTok.
Yeah, sure.
But recently you got your account banned.
Yeah.
So how does that make you feel?
Well, first of all, it makes me feel bad in as much as you would say si kitu kubwa, but for me ni kitu kubwa kwa sababu losing an account that huge, it was almost heading to 70,000 followers. It is years of hard work. You just don't wake up and unapata 70,000 followers. So from a normal man's perspective, it feels bad, but again, it is a learning. It's an opportunity to learn something new. That some of these platforms are run by predatory people who can not bear to handle a different opinion. And once you start targeting a specific demographic of people, they might get annoyed. And what do we say? Because now mambo ni yao, machine TikTok ni zao, the company is theirs. They can drive whatever narrative they want to drive. And if the only way they can get you to tone down your speed is to get rid of you in their platform, that is what they do. So basically, they banned my original account. They went for my backup account. I opened several accounts.
How many accounts are you open?
So far 7. They banned my newest one yesterday for absolutely no reason.
Okay. That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot for one person. Yeah.
So as for TikTok, I don't know which criteria they use or how they define their community guidelines.
Okay.
But to some extent, they are unfair. They're unfair to most of us, but what can we say? It is their own platform. They can run it the way they want. Okay,
do you think they consider the content you're making or they do it out of no reason whatsoever?
After sitting down and doing my research, the reason why I got banned, as they were saying, is because I targeted a certain demographic of people and I expressed my very strong opinion towards whatever they are doing, and other people also addressing the same type of topics also got strikes. Lucky for them, they did not get banned like I did. I guess I was a bit vocal, but some people also got strikes and warnings. Their videos were taken down, but as for me, they took my entire thing.
Okay, just to highlight, what are these topics that you got banned from?
The most specific one that upsets these platforms, and I think they have that motive of driving that narrative, is when you touch the homosexuals and the LGBTQ people.
They call the whole community.
Yes. Once you target that demographic and you express your opinion on how you feel and how they should be acting towards other people, because you have to be remorseful in as much as you're expressing yourself, because not everyone might agree with what you're doing.
And not everyone understands the
exactly. Not everyone understands where you're coming from. To us, that is a foreign concept, and before we digest it, if we will ever do, because as for me, I'm fully rebellious when it comes to that. And the reason why I'm fully rebellious is because when they start engaging now innocent children and infiltrating that idea, that is when it gets so much infuriating to me. Because if you're doing those things in silence and not necessarily bringing out your ideas to small children who do not even know how to decide.
Innocent people
exactly
don't understand what is happening.
Yeah, that is where you touch my nerves now, and I must speak out. Yeah, so did it once, they came for my account, did it twice. Community guidelines for stating out the truth. Like the video that got banned, I was addressing the issue that happened in Kisii. I came across a video on TikTok addressing that specific video, and I stitched it, and instead of them taking down whoever
the original video,
they came up.
They came for you
yes.
because of speaking out.
Yes.
Okay, do you think that people are just overly sensitive? They are just sensitive about these things, and they are actually happening. Things are happening right in their faces. They are just overly sensitive.
I guess people are taking things out of proportion.
Okay.
Because when you sit down with these people and you ask them specifically what they want, they technically have nothing to say.
Yeah.
Because you have given their free space. You have given them their free space to do whatever they want to do. But it is not enough for them. They also want to come for that child of yours and tell him or her that it is okay for that child to do whatever they are doing.
Whatever they are pushing.
Exactly. Even when that child is not mature enough to make his or her own decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
So parents are actually advocating for things like that are not even, they're not okay when it comes to children.
Well, and that is where I get really mad because Ababu, when a parent starts saying that we are in the modern days, in the modern era,
no, in the 21st century,
in the 21st century, you know, the truth is that aibu ile wakati itakuja, it will come to you alone, alone, and you have to handle that. And wazazi out here are embarrassed. The moment I posted that video on a different platform, dozens of parents came out and told me my boy is being gay, and I don't know how to approach it so that I don't hurt his feelings. I don't make him feel like he's rejected, but I feel this is evil. This is not how I know things go. Or my girl is lesbian, and the reason why she's lesbian is because she's being offered money. Parents came out. They are some of which are supporting this issue in the name of being woke. They're not really woke. They just want to make those children feel like they are loved, and but if you ask deeply, the stand that the parents are standing with, if they are to be honest with you, they're scared. Yeah, they're scared because this world is getting very scary. Exactly. So in the real sense, they're not supporting it because they want it. They're supporting it because now, kama mzazi inafika mahali you don't want to be seen in the society like one parent who neglected their child. And
the organizations that are supposed to be not supporting these kind of things, do you think they are just turning a blind eye to all this?
Let me say, first of all, I have to thank our president because he is very clear and on this specific issue. He says Kenya is not a country where you can propagate sexual agendas the way you want. We have our cultures, we have our values, our moral values. And I guess he borrows that from the president of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni. I think Yoweri Museveni is a bit stricter because in Uganda they enforce the real issues, the real role.
The role that is having.
Yeah. So once you are found gay in Uganda, action is taken because it is against the normal sexual behaviors. Even in the Bible.
To them, it's unnatural.
Yes, it is very unnatural to the African culture. If this thing was so correct and so right, why does religion come against it? Most cultures come against it. Even a normal human being says it's wrong. So, a small demographic of people who feel that they should engage in it should not try to recruit other innocent people. Yeah, because in the past life they said we just want to be heard. We just want to express ourselves. We are not coming for your children. We are not coming for anything. We just want to live our life.
But now
they were given that. Exactly. They were given that. You can live your life. You can vote. You can do whatever you want. But now
they want to involve everyone. They want to involve the parents, the children, and everyone else who is not supporting them.
That as politician, when you give a camel your space. The camel says, I want only to squeeze in the head, so because the sun is burning me. Yeah, pole pole anaingiza half body. Eventually ataingia the whole camel is in the house, and because the camel is not fitting in the house, what the camel does is demolishing your house.
Yes, okay. You also said that there were other people who also spoke about these things, and they were also banned. Do you think that platforms are limiting you or people who want to have an opinion about the things happening? Well, do you think platforms are not open?
True, some of these platforms are the ones propagating those agendas, and for them, you know, they are there for money. And if a certain organization or group of people are betting millions on your platform so that you can drive a certain narrative, you don't care about the users.
Okay.
Everyone who tries to go against that narrative, you shut them down by whatever means. You introduce certain community guidelines that don't even matter.
If you are going against them, that's when they become aggressive.
Yes.
They ban on platform.
Yes, true. Because if you are supporting them and if you are saying that their freedom should be checked, of which I don't know what freedoms they are fighting for.
Yeah, true.
Because if you are to be honest, they have freedom to life, they have freedom to vote, they have freedom to be wherever they want to be, in as far as they're not influencing other people.
Sure. So the question is, what are these things they are being limited to that they keep fighting for?
They are being limited to access other people's children, and that is what is upsetting them, and that is why certain platforms are driving those agendas even to small children, because they know there are small children from 13 years old who are in platforms like TikTok, and they will watch that and they'll try that.
And they are very, very easily influenced because they are kids.
Yes, the smallest demographic of people to influence is kids.
Yeah.
And once you get a hold on how you can influence kids,
then the parent has no hold on them.
Yes, exactly, because once a kid sees, they try.
The parents who are not supporting all this, are they stressed because this is getting out of hand?
Well, parents are very super stressed. I would say that, according to some testimonies that I've had.
Okay.
Because how can you as a parent explain how your boy is sleeping with another boy or how your girl is sleeping with another girl? How do you explain to the society how your boy introduced another boy as a fiancé? How do you do that? Bearing in mind
a whole community full of people with different ideas.
Exactly. Bearing in mind that you have brought up this child in a Christian-based society. Yes, this child, you gave him or her all the support, but once they went outside, they got influenced. And the reason why I say that they do all these things because of influence is because there are people, a large percentage of people who are trying to come out of that fix.
Okay. They didn't want to.
Exactly.
They just got entangled in all this.
Yeah, I couldn't be bothered if once you go that route, you go that route.
Yeah, you do it to your fullest.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now I'm pretty much bothered because it is not a natural thing. You just get into it because of the hype.
Influence, the hype, and maybe
the money that comes with it. The money that comes with it, because foreign organizations fund that drive towards homosexuality and LGBTQ. That is something we have seen. And if people are not coming out of it and trying to come out of it, we have seen people go to churches. We have seen people approach us in person. I am a lesbian, I'm a gay, I'm trying to come out of this issue. Once you ask them, how did you get into it? Hey, my friend introduced me to this ABCD organizations. We started doing ABCD. Eventually, I became full-blown gay. What are the consequences? Once I contracted HIV, now they don't want anything to do with me.
So these people actually need all the help, whether spiritual, whether actual counseling.
True.
There are people who need this.
Exactly. There are people, and in as much as we are trying to correct them, once you are dealing with a person who interprets correction as attack, it will take some time. But
for people to understand even what you're saying.
Yes, but indeed, they need help. All the help they can get.
From everyone.
Yes.
Not even just criticism and being bad.
All the help they can get. We shall continue doing our part of calling them out.
So you will continue with this. It doesn't stop you just because you're banned from one platform. You continue doing this.
They can deplatform me, but they cannot block my voice. Those are two.
Unless they come for it.
Yes, unless they come for it. And if I have to, if you die for a great cause, your death is not in vain.
It's not in vain.
Because you might die and start a revolution.
Yeah.
People might realize, oh, this guy died because of this.
Yes.
There is a point. So there is no point of fearing. Yeah. So if they have to come for me, well, nowadays it is very easy to track IP addresses. You can use that platform and track wherever I am and come for if it is necessary. All right.
Okay, you've become very opinionated about politics
Yeah, true.
and all these topics that are happening, especially the LGBTQ. But you started with comedy.
Yeah, true.
I think that's why people knew you, and
Yeah.
then you came out to YouTube and TikTok mostly.
True.
So, where do you think people are leaning towards? The politics or the
I guess
comedy?
there is an audience for everything that I do.
Okay.
There are people who follow me because of my political views. There's some people who follow me because of my comic side. There are some people who follow me because of the agendas that I drive.
Okay.
I guess we find a balance
Between all that.
And try to serve each and every demographic of audience to the best way that I can. As of now, I would say that I'm much inclined in matters of politics because it doesn't matter where you go.
Yeah, the country is still moving.
The country is still moving, and in as much as you're trying to avoid politics, politics will find you.
Wherever you are.
Yes, politics will find you, and if this thing will find me, why don't I go against it head on?
Yeah.
Why not go at the source? Because now what politics does in Kenya, it's quite unfortunate, and I think people need to wake up. If you follow a certain leader religiously, you only believe what they are saying. But if you take your time and take a deep research on whatever they are saying, there might be some truth on that, but they're not painting a bigger picture. So I try to paint a bigger picture to whoever audience I have. Most of them, when it comes to politics, you have a big percentage of people who disagree with you. I don't call them haters.
No, they're just
because when you
because they also have a different opinion.
Exactly.
And they follow maybe the opposite of what you're following.
Exactly, and that is natural. You expect such kind of reaction from people who disagree with you politically. So I wouldn't call them haters. Actually, I don't have haters. I have fans, and I have fans in denial. So
they're called fans in denial.
So because they might. The more you hate a person, the more you keep close attention to them.
What they are doing.
Yes.
You actually want to know what this guy posting today.
Yes, what is this guy posting today? What mess has he brought to the table again? On which point can I attack him? Eventually, you outgrow that mentality of hate. Start reasoning with this person
so
now.
you're like seeing, you even start seeing what they are saying. So you start resonating with them.
Yes.
So do you think people should focus on what is happening? They should not focus on who delivers the message.
Exactly.
Just focus on the message.
Yes.
Because a lot is happening and we are not aware of it. Because some of us are very ignorant when it comes to politics because we think people only just come for votes.
Yeah.
Do you think people should focus on the message more, not the person delivering the message?
True. There was something we were talking about before we started recording about how the messenger is always killed.
Yeah, true.
So even if you kill the messenger, the message is home.
Whoever brings it.
Take the message, digest it, because in the long run, the meal that you will have at the end of the day is being determined by the kind of politics that is run in this country. That mere factor of whether you will eat or not is being determined by the type of politics that is being run by these politicians. It is enough reason for you to keep focus on current affairs and what is happening, because livelihoods and cost of living is influenced by policies made by these people, and it is through politics that policy is made.
Sure.
They must engage in politics. You give them the power that they want, because power is belongs to the people. And you elect a representative. That representative goes to parliament. After politics, now they sit down, start designing policy. And in between policy making, there is politics. Within those, the leaders themselves. This leader is supporting this policy, this leader is supporting the other policy.
So politics is everywhere. We live in politics, we wake up politics, everywhere there is politics.
I think in every aspect of life, there is politics. And politics to me is agreeing to disagree so that you can come up with a solution.
It's not the absence of non-disagreement.
Yes. So you agree to disagree and come up with a solution. You might fight there in between, not technically fighting, but you might fight there in between. But
you must agree about something.
The goal is to agree upon something, or the majority carries the day.
Okay. So are you juggling the comedy side, the politics, or you're focused on one?
As of now, right now, currently, I'm focused on geopolitics, mostly international geopolitics. while in the background, I'm still writing my comedy. I have not fully backslided in terms of comedy. And also, when it comes to also politics, I try to bring out humor in it.
Okay.
Because
if some people understand it, it's actually funny.
Exactly.
Yes, they understand.
I try to make politics easy for the layman, or according to how I understand it. So as of now, I'm focused on what matters geopolitics and matters that are happening around the world that may affect the continent and the country.
And the country itself.
Yeah.
Okay, we save a lot of things so that we don't upset people.
True.
What scares you more in content creation?
What scares me more is not telling the truth.
Okay.
I don't care how you receive it, but every time I find myself in a state of compromising the truth so that I can sound good to you, I'd rather not do that. Okay. That is something I fear the most, because if I lie to you and you carry that narrative,
then you would have been the original point.
Exactly. So when this person, when things go haywire, I will be the point of reflection. They will reflect to me and you say, this guy said this and this.
Should have told us the truth.
You should have stood up.
Or just not say anything.
Exactly. So I would rather actually not say anything than lie. Yeah.
Okay. I've watched a lot of your videos. Actually, I'm a big fan. And you said that if you had started earlier, you'd be somewhere.
True.
Are you in that path, or is there a way that you derailed yourself?
Well, growth is determined by so many factors, some of which might be personal, some of which might be whatever is happening. Yeah, technical, or some things that may be happening within a specific niche.
Okay.
But I'm working towards not saying the same thing in coming years.
So something must at least be different.
Yeah,
when it comes to another year, something will be different.
Because now, if you realize a certain problem and you refuse to work on it, you'll be saying the same thing year in, year out.
You'll be stuck in a loop, and then there's no movement. You're just marching.
And the funny thing is, you know, when you start in that loop, the people that you started with and they focused fully on whatever they were doing, no matter how diverse their content is,
they're way ahead of you.
They're way ahead of you, and you start hating yourself, not because your content is bad, but
you did not stay consistent.
Exactly.
Okay. Do you have something else that you do that you're good at, except content creation, politics, and comedy?
Yeah. Actually, that is my main business per se.
Okay.
I do music videos.
I'm
a music video director. I direct. Not I can.
You do.
Yes, I do.
Because we've actually seen those videos.
Yes.
Recently, I've seen two.
Yeah.
Are there more?
There are more
okay.
That are coming, and some of which we have not published yet.
Okay.
We are still working on them, and that is where I mainly focus my energy. I would say that is where I get my income from, in terms of video production, editing, and some bit of photography and creative directing as well. Let's say people have a certain story or certain narrative they want to do. I give that creative directing. We cut the check, they do their thing, I do my thing. Also, people who have YouTube channels and they are behind on some things like equipment, cameras, and editing softwares, I also do that for them. I provide recording. In my house, I have a small studio where people, if you have a certain idea for a podcast, you can come. We record that podcast for you, edit it for you.
And that is where we are currently.
Yeah.
That is how we are seated right now. Okay, so it's your own company. Your own, it's called, what's the name?
My company is called DB Studios.
It's DB Studios. I knew that. I just wanted to tell people.
My company is called DB Studios. We also have another sub-company or a partnership with a friend of mine called Director Dennis.
Okay.
That is called Denfrac Media.
Okay.
On that one, we do live streams. If you have an event, various birthdays, celebrations, ceremonies, anniversaries, and you want it to be live streamed on social media, that is what Denfrac Media does. And also, it is involved in partly in production of music videos as well.
Okay. In the people that are in our lives, they are maybe the first supporters to support what you do.
True.
The people in your life, do they tell you to pursue something else other than content creation and focus on one thing, or they are just supportive?
Well, people in my life, I would say some of them are quite skeptical.
Okay.
But my focus mainly is on people that matter. When people that matter, a person like your parents, person you're close to, brothers, and what they say matters a lot. And as for them, especially my mom, when I started comedy, my mom was in my videos.
Oh.
Yeah, when I started comedy, my mom was in my videos. So she's my #1 supporter, and she agrees with whatever I'm doing. She supports it.
That is the first opinion you go to.
Exactly.
That is the only one that matters.
It doesn't matter whatever anyone says, because many are times that I receive comments from people, tafuta content, tafuta kitu ingine ufanye, and once you dig deep on that person, they are like this person doesn't hate you. They want to become
maybe
you.
They don't understand, or
maybe not even understanding. This person, they want to become you.
Maybe some admiration.
Yeah, it is love channeled in a long way. You see?
Fans who are confused.
Yes, fans who are confused.
Okay. Yes. Content creation, is this a long-term thing for you?
Yes.
You will always be a content creator?
I will always be a content creator. In fact, if I would have known earlier.
Yeah, you said.
This is the only thing that I could have pursued. But I thank God I pursued other things. I learned, I grew, I matured, and I think right now I know what I want to do. Because at a certain age, you're torn in between something that you're good at and something that brings you money. You understand?
So you're torn.
Yes, you're torn in between. Whatever I want, hainiletei pesa. Whatever I'm doing right now, although I don't want it, doing an what should I do? That is called a mid-age crisis.
You're not that age. You're not that old, are you?
I'm not that old.
Yeah, it's not midlife crisis. It's not midlife. Maybe it's a learning curve.
Yeah,
it's a learning curve for you.
Yeah, it's a learning curve for me.
It's not midlife crisis.
Yeah, I'm not that old.
You're not that old.
So, content creation is something that I will pursue in the long run.
Okay, so how have you been able to maintain yourself, like content creation, maybe the equipment you have? I saw that you say somebody gifted you something.
True.
People are, and you say that the most support you have gotten maybe in 2022 was from people you don't even know, maybe mostly fans.
Let me tell you something. The people who have given me the greatest support, the people who helped me buy my equipment, the people who helped me set up my studio, I have never met them up to date. But
they just love it.
Yes. Even if I was to meet them in the streets, I wouldn't tell.
They would tell you, they would know who you are, but you wouldn't know.
Yes, but I wouldn't tell this specifically. This is the guy who did ABCD.
Okay.
I was just receiving a call, and their equipment fulani mahali fulani. That is how.
Already paid.
Yes.
Oh, that's the greatest support.
Yeah.
I think that people don't see that.
Yeah, true.
They focus on what's happening.
Yeah.
If they forget that their biggest supporters are just the people who love you behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so I saw on your YouTube channel you started doing podcasts.
Yeah, true.
So how's that going?
Well, podcasts, I had started a while ago. Started a podcast called Let's Talk podcast on Spotify.
Okay.
I've been reluctant, I would say lazy. But we did a revamp on the same. We started another podcast called What the Hell, where we take What the Hell? Yeah. We take unique events that are happening and we try to come up with a kipindi there in between. And
put a little comedy.
Yes, put a little comedy there in between. And bring something creative. So What the Hell is running on my YouTube channel. Me and my brother, Mr. Sammy Isaacs.
Okay.
We are currently on episode 7. Actually today we are supposed to record an episode.
Okay.
But it is coming. It's coming. Yeah.
In this age, the 21st century,
a
lot of people are coming up with podcasts.
Yeah, true.
And some of them are detailed of things that mostly are sexual, or even details that graphical things.
True.
Do you think that this generation should dial it down, considering that this platform is full of all age groups?
I would say that first of all, considering that we have new platforms, it is not a matter of dialing things down. Just that things have been happening, we have not been seeing. Now they are more vocal.
They are vocal and we can actually even see them.
When you take you go down the road in the year 2002, 2000s, when people came, when a person like Nonini started singing vulgar music.
The only people that were actually noticing was the government.
Exactly.
We didn't notice.
Exactly. So
now the later did they're like he was singing vulgar music.
He was singing vulgar
because
music.
now we are all exposed.
Exactly.
But back then it was just fun.
It was just fun. So I would say whatever content they are doing right now, it's because it is resonating with the age group that they are in. Once they graduate to another level, they change their form of content, then another generation occupies that space.
What are your last words?
My last words would be out there. If you are convinced that something you're trying to do is the thing that will get you out of the condition or situation that you're in, pursue it. You never know.
To the fullest.
Yes. And don't stop doing what you're doing, or never quit doing what you're doing, because you never know who is watching.